what's going on, guys? This is Base from Team Played here, and I'm here with a match between two of our guest players from Groningen. It's Gio against Richards. Gio here playing metalfoes and Richards playing through Draco. So this is with the previous ban list, so no Monster Reborns, no Solemn Judgments, those kind of stuff. But it is with the new set. So there are some things that are quite interesting in this match. First of all, I'm going to apologize for not showing everything. I thought my camera stand-up was quite well, as you can see, it sucks actually. For next match, you will see a better point of view, of course. So Geo starts with Rescue Rabbit, giving him two normal monsters, which is actually quite great, because he could now go for full metalfoes, heavy metalfoes Electromite, and there's so much potential with just, well, from that to just one Rescue Rabbit. So Geo's going to link summon here to his heavy metalfoes Electromite. And this is actually a pretty interesting thing, because this is the new card from Extreme Force. And well, it got really high in value when it came out, and with the banlist it's actually dropped pretty much. And I'm actually checking the value right now, and it gained value, strangely. It's now actually almost as big as it used to be. So he used the Electromite's surge power, and now he destroys his own pendulum skill to get a draw. And finally, he now uses Rescue Hamster to return the last two cards in his extra deck to his hand. So yeah, that's a big plus. Oh my god. Now he uses his pendulum skills. And of course, as we know metalfoes, he destroys one of his metalfoe skills to set trap card. In this case, it's counter. So he sets the counter, and at the last moment he changes his mind. He's going for metalfoes fusion. I think he wants more out of this turn than just an Electromite, which is quite understandable because it's just an 1800 body and it's really doing really much after the combo. So he activates another pendulum skill, and he's going for the pendulum summon of 4. Wow, calling that a pendulum summon. So as I can see, he has 3 level 4s. I think he's going for at least a Baguska, since he's leaving the level 4s after the fusion summon. But what is he going to summon? And yes, it's going to be a big body. So he summons the Orichalc, and he uses, of course, metalfoes fusion to return it to the deck and draw another card. Damn, this guy's going nuts. I mean, he's got 5 cards on the field, 2 cards on the face-up extra deck, and as I can see, 1 card on hand. Damn, insane. Yeah, he's got 1 card on hand. And now 2, of course. So he's going at least... did I say 5 cards on the field? He's got 6 cards on the field. He's going +3 at this point. He's now destroying his own skill to search for... I believe he's now going actually for the metalfoes counter. Nope, full metalfoes fusion. So he's about to make another fusion summon in Richard's turn, I believe. And he activates a pendulum skill, going for another search. Oh my god. Well, at least heavy metalfoes electromite is once per turn because that would give some advantage. Wow. Um, and now he's going for the overlay. At last. And he summons a Abyss Dweller. Oh wow, that makes a great field actually. So he's got an Orichalc, Electromite and a Abyss Dweller on the field. And now he's going for the search from Rare Metalfoes Bismugear. So he can add a Metalfoes card from his deck. And he's adding the Volflame. So quite an interesting first play, first turn. Oh my god, it took so long. So he got 7 cards on the field, 1 card on hand, so we went +3. And well, that's not a bad turn. Wow, I never thought Metalfoes could be that explosive. At least not. What? Did he just Regek it out of that? Oh damn, he did. That went so fast. I was just talking and he Bob Regeki. So Gio is now chaining his Abyss Dweller and is really thinking about what he's going to do next. And I'm really wondering how he's getting out of this. So he's chaining the Metalfoes Trap, the combination, and then full Metalfoes Fusion. And he's going to fuse, let's see, his Orichalc with Electromite. So he gets his fusion summon, and then he can actually get a Metalfoes monster back from the graveyard, fusion summoned. And that will be in a new chain, so at least he gets something out of it. Okay, this is pretty good too. So Jink resolves, and Gio is actually explaining what's happening right now. So it's as Jink 4 full Metalfoes fusion occurred, then Metalfoes combination was activated as Jink 3, but its effect is starting a new chain. So as Jink 2 was of course the Abyss Dweller and Jink 1 Regeki. So now he only has to use the effect of Metrium, which is especially in one of his monsters. So now he's got 2 monsters on the field after the Regeki, and it only costs him 1 more card. That was pretty sick. And he's got now at least 1 card to search when his Metalfoes monster dies. So yeah, I think I actually did well at this with this play. Now Richard has set 1 card and he tributes it for Dryaf 3. He kicks over the Gold River, doing damage, and well, he sets 1 card. So it's less explosive than the Metalfoes, but it really... Oh, and the card immediately got banished. So the true Draco play was way less explosive than the Metalfoes, but not less productive. Richard has got less pluses. Actually, he minused a lot, but well, his drive is really great on the field. And I'm really wondering what's going to happen next. So Geo uses his full flame effect to destroy his trap and to search. Of course, full flame will also trigger. and he will add another card. The question is, what is he going to add? So I believe he's adding a silvered, but I can't see it quite yet. It could also be the Steelen, but I don't really think so. I'm not sure. I really think it's the silvered. Yeah, I'm sure. So he adds the silvered from his deck to his hand. And, well, I'm wondering what he's going to do now. His extra monster zone is locked. And he doesn't really have room for the Pendulum Summon right now. So I hope for him... Oh, of course. He's using Silver's effect to destroy. So he's going to set the metalfoes counter. Of course he's shuffling his deck. I don't really know what to talk about right now. So after that great play, his field is now empty, but... Oh! He plays Wavering Eyes. That's kind of sick. So he burns 500 and Wavering Eyes is getting him the Rescue Hamster. Jeez. That thing is amazing. But does it give him enough to go for game? I wonder. So he summons the hamster. And I believe he's going to banish it again. So Richard is reading just to be sure that he's got the effect right. So he triggers the rescue hamster. And with that he summons 2 metalfoes monsters with the same name from his deck. Then he uses the metalfoes fusion for his full metalfoes Metrillium. And that ain't enough, is it? Well, at least he gets the draw again. So I believe he's going to use Metrillium's effect to return 2 metalfoes cards from his grave to the deck, as we can see here, of course, and to bounce his opponent's monster. The question is, of course, what does he need to return to the deck? So he's going for the other Metrillium and the heavy metalfoes Electromite to return. So now Richard can special summon a true Draco or true King monster from his deck in defense position. So it won't be the end of the world for Richard, but it would be less optimal. Of course, he would be going for the masterpiece, of course. So Gio is reading what the card does, and Richard here summons the masterpiece in defense, which is still quite great because masterpiece, besides his great attack, also has a great defense. This is actually a quite interesting board here because with masterpiece, Richard has at least one card to destroy with his masterpiece, and of course that's quick play. Yeah, he could banish his continuous trap, and I believe it was an Imperial Order. So he could banish it to destroy a card on Giovanni's field. And, well, I'm really wondering what's going to happen next. So it's Richard's turn now, and he switches the masterpiece from defense to attack. And, yeah, he plans to attack with it, and he does. Which will cost Gio, of course, some life points. Damn, that's a heavy blow. So, and there comes the counter. So Gio gets another metalfoes on the field, which leaves Geo with board presence, and that's actually quite good from metalfoes at this point. At this moment, they can continue to gain their field presence. They can continue to, well, he could even make Big Eye, for instance, to change the control of Masterpiece, which wouldn't be too bad, of course. But yeah, Richard could, of course, destroy his own Masterpiece or destroy the Big Eye or anything. Okay, Richard sets a card and he tributes his Masterpiece for another medallion. Okay. Oh, of course it's the same, because it was bounced, and now it's Geo's turn. So he's really checking what his options are, of course also with the extra deck. So he activates the rescue hamster in his pendulum zone, he banishes it, so he gets to add 2 pendulum monsters from his extra deck to his hand. And with metalfoes that of course is really good. So he's got 2 level 7s on the field, he's got 5 cards on hand, of which he's going to use of course 2 of them right now. And he pops one with the other 2 set, of course. Yeah, I really believe metalfoes is going to gain an upper hand continuously. Also with the links and with the well, everything they could do at the moment. It's really a good deck. As you can see, Geo has 2 cards on the field. He could go for Electromites immediately. He doesn't even need to wait or anything. And I believe he's going for it actually. Because yeah, this Electromite is just dumb. Wow. There goes warning, but well, it still keeps Electromite being dumb. It's well, actually it's just a dumb card and it won't it would do really a lot without doing very much. And with that I mean of course that the card is basically free. You get so much pluses out of your Electromites without needing to give up any consistency from the deck. So now he banishes the counter to gain one of his pendulum monsters back from its extra deck. And that's of course because he lost the Electromite, he needs to get a backup to go on. So he uses the fusion already? Damn. Okay, 2 stealing. And I believe he's going now for Outcast. No, Metrium. Okay. So he built another Metrium and he shuffles his metalfoes fusion back to draw another card. It's well, it's really doing the same all over again. So now he could bounce the Metallion, but well, I don't see the point of that at the moment. I'm really wondering what he's... Oh, he's just going to kick it. Yeah, of course, because the Metallion is weaker. So I'm really wondering if Richard is going to for Masterpiece again, or if he's going to do something else. Let's see. I'm searching, and I believe he passed his Masterpiece now. And I believe he's going for Marion, the true Draco Phoenix. Yeah, that's Marion. And let's see. So now Geo is using Metrium's effect to bounce the Marion, and that is of course to, well, to get it off the field. Because now Richard has again no field, And well, I really think Richard is a really tough spot because all of his monsters continuously are getting bounced or getting removed, and I don't really think Richard is going to hold stand to stand up against the heavy metalfoes bullshit. And that's the new pendulum paradox. Wow, didn't even expect Geo to play it. So this is actually a quite interesting card because he can add up to 2 monsters with the same pendulum skill, but different names from his extra deck to his hand. And he can only activate it once per turn, but he actually can get 2 of his best Metaphors monsters back, like he's doing actually right now. And well, just because Metaphors are almostly all the same skill, he can get so many Metaphors back. It's really a great card in his deck, and I really understand why he plays it. But I believe it could also break, so that would be less optimal. So Geo is now setting a counter and activating one of Pendulum skills, of course getting the set from the deck, and in the end phase he can draw. He sets the full Metaphors fusion, and I believe he's going to the end phase directly because he's already searching. And Richard is now carefully reading that nothing goes wrong. And still, I'm really wondering how Richard is going to get out of this because he's in an awkward position right now. So he's reading Outcast again, and I see anti-spell. That's something at least. It would help him. So now he sets the anti-spell and passes for turn. And immediately activating the anti-spell. I'm wondering what Geo has against anti-spell fragrance. Because since anti-spell fragrance is on the field, he cannot activate. Oh, of course, he's just bouncing the anti-spell. Well, I believe that means game. This would be the end. Richard has no cards on the field. He has no potential of getting cards on the field, except for another True Draco by tributing the anti-spell fragrance he just got bounced. I really don't think Richard is coming back from this. So Geo attacks. It's a heavy blow. And with almost no life points left, he has to face another fusion monster with just enough to get it done. That's game. That's game 1. Wow. That took a while. But it wasn't at least boring to watch. And yeah, coming up really quickly now is game 2. Yeah, I hope you don't get bored from my voice or anything. And well, I'm really interested in what game 2 is going to do. So I've got to the shuffling part, and well, this is the start of game 2. We're cutting each other's decks, and I'm really wondering what game 2 has to offer for us. I hope it's not that long, at least not as long as game 1 was. And well, considering Richard lost, I believe he's going to start. Yes, he's going to start with Pot Duality, getting through Draco Phoenix and 2 anti-spell fragrances. Damn! He can, well, easily cut off Geo's deck by doing nothing. Since if he's got the anti-spell fragrance on the field, it's done. Geo can do anything with, well, without his pendulum skills. And I'm wondering what's going to happen next. So Richard sets 3 back row and passes for turn. So Geo starts, and Richard activates, of course, the anti-spell fragrance. Geo sets 1. And I believe that's it. Since metalfoes can't really do anything under anti-spell fragrance, yeah, that was turn 1. Which is now immediately using Pot of Duality. And, well, that's not bad. Wow. So he's going for the Imperial Order. And that's actually pretty great. So he has a potential to just stop letting Geo play at all. He's got the anti-spell fragrance, he can go for the Imperial Order, and with that there's just no way Geo can play any spells. So he tributes 1 of his spells to traps for, well, it doesn't even matter because it's warning that immediately. Richard sets another card and uses the mice. Wow. So he's got 1 card on hand, so he gets to draw 2. And here we go, setting 1 and setting a 3rd one. So he's got 3 set and an anti-spell fragrance, and, well, he discards hand, so that means it's Geo's turn. Wow. So this is actually a quite interesting moment. Geo is going for battle phase and using evenly matched. Well, that'll change a bit because Rich is now to choose which of his cards he needs to save, and it's not the anti-spell fragrance. So evenly matched is really great, but yeah, with the addition of this card, oh my god. Geo got all of the secrets of Extreme Force. Wow, that was Hate Runate. And actually this combination, I think it's really great. So he got rid of the full board of Richard without actually losing any cards. He used 2 cards, got 1 bounced and banished 3 of them. That's actually a +2. So I really think that that this combination is awesome. So he used 2 pendulum skills now and Wavering Eyes to burn 500 from Rachel's life points, which is not really important, but he actually got to search a pendulum monster. So he's using the hamster now to special summon 2 metalfoes monsters, and of course it's 2 times the level 4. But oh wow, I actually I'm really impressed by this play. Oh wow, evenly matched and Hate Runate. The odds of having that on hand, by the way, it's wow. Wow, I didn't see that coming actually. Holy crap. Oh, someone bumped against the camera. Well, at least we can see a bit more of Geo's extra deck. But it wouldn't be very beneficial. I hope it's the last hit. So I'm really wondering what Geo is now going to do. I believe he's just going for the heavy metalfoes, electromites, and plus out of it. Yeah, he does. So electromites here again, and it's still a great card. I know it's, well, common for me to say that, especially with the newer secrets, but, well, this card is actually pretty sick. So he summons the Electromite, and of course combo is pluses out of it. But I don't think he's doing really much at this moment. He sets 1 and yeah, that's it. So Richard is drawing a card and activating Terraforming. You might not have seen it because it was quite off screen. But as you can see, it's the diagram, and well, yeah, they need to cut both decks. Wow, Pot of Desires. So I hope this game will be better for Richard than the first game. And well, this +1, yeah, and yes, Pot of Desires is a +1, not a neg 9, as some people strangely say. Yeah, I hope it's better for Richard than game 1. But this +1 helps. So he's looking carefully of what he has banished, because, well, it could be beneficial or not. It could be very counterproductive. For example, when he... why didn't he first use his diagram? I mean, he has got the odds now that all of his monster pieces are banished and he couldn't do anything. So he activates diagram and that's it. Diagram set to go. Wow. And again, oh my god, the anti-spell fragrance. So, Geo, the metalfoes player, has the third time in one game to face anti-spell fragrance. Wow. Oh, and Geo changed the Cosmic Cyclone, banishing the diagram. Then he kicks with Electromite, and I think that's done. That's the turn. Wow. So they both went all out, and they both don't really have much. Well, at least we know what Richard has. So he has one face down diagram, and Geo is playing his metalfoes Bismugear. So he can destroy it to get an pendulum monster from his extra deck, and in the end phase add a pendulum monster from his deck. But I'm really wondering where he's going with this. Oh! Here's the hamster in the extra deck. That's actually pretty good. So he adds the hamster and he can just normal summon it to special 2 to go to Tornado Dragon. I think, if he plays Tornado Dragon at least. And yeah, of course he adds the Steelen. I'm really wondering where he's going right now. This is actually quite interesting. Oh, that was the end? Oh, of course, it's the end phase ad of Bismugear. So, Richard is using Diagram, destroying his other set cards, and adding the draw power card of the True Dracos. Then he sets that card. And he tributes it for Majesty Maiden, the Draco Mage. If a monster effect is activated. Yeah, when a card or effect is activated, you can add a monster from his deck to his hand, so that's pretty sick. Of course, he attacks with it. It's 2300 beater over the Electromite, which is an 1800 beater, so that's pretty awesome. Not very much though, but it's at least something. And that makes his Giovanni's turn. This game is slower, but it has the greatest moves so far. So I'm really sorry for this being the end of the video. I wanted to show you at least the play with Hadronade and with Evilly Matched, because I really thought that was awesome. But yeah, from this point my camera just quit or something. I'm really sorry guys. This video, the match on its own was really great. Geo won actually by 2-0, and well, next time the match will be better. Yeah, if you liked game 1, of course, and if you liked the evenly matched play, or if you liked the video at all, please like and subscribe, and well, I'll see you next time. Bye.